Vice President Kamala Harris made a stop in Raleigh today, emphasizing the administration's plan to invest in small businesses. Governor Cooper said North Carolina has used these funds already to provide more than $40 million in direct grants for small businesses and help the local economy rebound after the pandemic. WRAL's Laura Levine is live from the Duke Energy Center for the Performing Arts in Raleigh. Laura, what brought the vice president to the Triangle?
Well, Deborah, the Triangle is just bubbling with growth and diversity. We heard that from leaders here inside the auditorium again and again. Vice President Kamala Harris, she sat on a panel today and she was asked, with the current state of the economy, is this the right time for a small business to open? She said unequivocally yes, but there is a problem. One problem, that is, given the growth, especially here in the Triangle, they must make sure that the funding they are making available is equitable. In fact, today they push to make sure that minority-owned businesses are able to cut through some of that red tape.
It was a packed auditorium filled with dozens of people directly impacted by how the small business industry shapes their livelihoods. Vice President Kamala Harris took to the stage with a discussion focused on how to amplify minority-owned businesses.
They represent at least 5 million businesses in the United States and contribute on an annual basis, the estimates are $800 billion a year.
The administration is touting a new approach, investing billions of dollars to expand access to capital and improve lender programs, with Latina and Latino-owned businesses at the forefront of their efforts.
It is an example on how the grassroots movements in North Carolina have created something that can put the economic opportunity there for Latinos in North Carolina.
Despite the uncertain economy, more than 10.5 million small businesses overall have opened since 2021.
I started my business right before the pandemic. I left corporate America January 2020. The world shut down, and I ended up having to go virtual.
Many of them are still open. That's because of funding programs created locally. LaTanya Lodge got support for her business, Trust Life, from the Downtown Raleigh Alliance.
Payroll now, I have employees that I created jobs for, but now you have to keep this business steady and keep the finances coming so that you can fund everything. It's really hard and a challenge for us to even get business loans because you have such a short time of being in business that you don't even have the business credit worthiness.
This is where the administration say they've stepped in. The SBA said in the president's first year, $450 billion were dispersed around the country for small businesses. Funding for central banks also play a huge role in helping them thrive.
But we also, as a community, especially as local elected leaders, call on our community banks like M&F Bank, the Institute, the National Institute of Minority Economic Development, to follow suit.
If you're going somewhere and you don't have a map or a GPS of how to get there, that's a very big challenge. You can have this amazing business, but you don't know the steps you need to be successful.
Vice President Kamala Harris wrapped up her visit today by stopping by a local bakery here in Raleigh. And that councilman you heard from just now, he said that he's planning to gather local business owners together to talk and discuss more about making sure people are aware of the resources available to them. So, Deborah, this discussion does not stop here.
It does not. Great. Laura Levine reporting live in Raleigh. Thank you, Laura.